Moira. Once I was a star with a purple center. I took light from other stars, fed on them, stole their energy, and constantly recreated myself. In those days, I thought myself glorious, and then one night, I absorbed several of the stars from my quadrant into my being. I glistened so brightly that the remaining stars moved to the other side of the moon. With that energy, I grew weak. It seemed like for centuries I lived in darkness. At first, I was angry. Then I felt humiliated. I had lost my power to glisten. At my lowest point, just when I was preparing to fade into nothingness, I was brought before my peers. They said that I didn't know how to love, that I only wanted power, and would eventually destroy the galaxy. I was sentenced to wander Earth, to observe, to learn, to love, cherish and bring light. The first place I landed on the earth was along the lower Nile. I became consort to Seneferu and bore an ebony sun with a purple star on the bottom of his left foot. He was the first boy born on the full moon of the first harvest. Egyptian priests declared that he would be the next pharaoh. Seneferu named him Valor. How I loved him, his skin so soft and brown, his eyes glistened with understanding and joy. Valor became the most learned and favorite of the pharaoh's children. My son grew and grew, taking one of the best qualities of the humans and the compassion of stars. I learned that motherhood was a glorious experience. I learned to love my star child more than my lonely existence. I began to believe in the good of all things. I came to believe that he was my miracle, my teacher of life lessons. Valor was destined to be a leader, to rule the greatest kingdom on earth. And then, without warning, without anticipation, for no reason, on the eve of anniversary of his 16th year, Valor died in his sleep. The stars destroyed my son, just as I had absorbed their children into my being. The Egyptian priests blamed me. Seneferu had me burned, but I could not die. Believe me, I tried to. For centuries upon centuries, I thought it unfair. I thought myself misled, abused, and unappreciated. Since then I've been many things. For hundreds of years I was a snake. I've been a weeping willow on an oak tree. For centuries I lived as a dolphin. Then I became a phoenix. But there was always been a part of me that wanted to be a human again. Finally, I was given the opportunity to be taught by Hopi elders, and later had a lifetime as Cherokee slave who married an African who had been brought from Senegal's Gorée Island to the North Carolina as a slave. I am Moira, a spirit with timeless memories, current living in the body of a cat. My sole purpose in the galaxy is and has been to learn to love with detachment and to tell the truth.